Vinland Saga. Now, Vinland Saga is a series that I've been putting on hold for quite a while now, and I think the only reason why I never gave it a fair shot is because I thought the whole entire theme of it was going to be Vikings. I knew there wasn't going to be much about power-ups or transformations, like your typical, I feel like animes a lot of people are into, and so that's feel like the only reason why I put it, just never wanted to give it a fair shot. But now that I actually gave it a fair shot and watched it and binged it in 2 days on Netflix, I'm gladly and proudly to say that this is one of the best animes I've ever seen. Now, I will not read the manga just because I know season 2 will come out early next year, and I kind of don't want to ruin it. I just kind of want to be anime only, be surprised, because I feel like once I read the manga, I kind of know what's going to happen, and the animation just basically has to blow my mind away. But knowing that MAPPA's adapting it, which is very good, they've had very good background, especially with Chainsaw Man and Attack on Titan. And so when I watched the first season, which basically, and the cool thing is about it that this is just a prelogue, and I just found out about that. Basically the real shit, and we're really gonna get Thorfinn's character development, like his real story is gonna begin in season 2, and I just think that's so fucking cool, because I can't remember a series that done that. I know some people say Berserk, but I have not read Berserk yet nor read it, so I will read that once I have some time. But for right now, we're talking about Vinland Saga, and let me just say, bro, this is one of the best characters I've ever basically been introduced to. What I mean by that, I mean Askeladd, because he's one of those characters that, I'm not saying he's a hero, but I'm not saying he's a straight up fucking villain. Like, don't get me wrong, he did do some fucked up shit, and his shit can never be forgiven, but I can also understand where he's coming from, and finding out from where we started from his introduction to basically how he ended and how he died. All I can just say is, what a fucking wall of character. He was like well written, because I hated him with a passion at the very beginning of the show, because he killed Thorfinn's dad, and I love Thorfinn's dad, and for some reason I thought in my head that this series is going to be about Thorfinn's dad and his adventures with his son, but I was so fucking wrong. But Thorfinn's dad had a really strong message to the story, and especially Thorfinn's character towards the very end, and even Askeladd in a couple aspects, because basically, in my point of view, I thought Askeladd and Thor had the same vision and same goal, but they just went 2 different ways about it. And the reason why I really love Thorfinn's dad is because he didn't want to fight no more. He didn't want to be a warrior no more. He just wanted to have peaceful and stuff like that, and he doesn't need no sword to be a warrior and stuff like that. Askeladd basically went the other way around, and the thing about like about Askeladd too, like I said, he's a very complex character to kind of understand, because like I said, he's not a hero nor a villain, but you could understand the things he has to go through. And towards the end, especially when he died, for some reason I felt really sad for him, and I was kind of happy he died, because I felt like he accomplished what he needed to accomplish. But I also felt sad in the sense that Thorfinn, his whole entire goal was basically to get revenge, and that's all he knew. And a lot of people didn't like that, because don't get me wrong, I did feel like Askeladd in a sense did carry season 1, but at the same time it's understandable knowing what I know now, that basically Thorfinn was basically, I want to say like a sadder character, but he was like, we saw it from his point of view and stuff like that, and it's understandable knowing how the manga and the anime is set up, that we're gonna get a lot more into Thorfinn's character in season 2, and I guess from there on now, so it kind of makes sense why Askeladd was the main focal point of season 1. But just seeing how Thorfinn felt in the last words that Askeladd told to Thorfinn, when I read that line and when I finished watching that episode, I was just in awe and just speechless, because I'm like, damn, how I go from hating a character so much towards the very end, giving a fuck about him, caring about him, and just feeling sympathy for him in a certain way, even though he did a lot of very bad deeds. At the end, understanding where he's coming from, how he grew up, and the actions he had to take, I can understand and just, I guess in some way, just feel for him. And I also feel really bad for Thorfinn in the sense, because how the series ended in the first chapter, or the prologue, I guess you could say, where he basically, his whole entire purpose of living was to kill Askeladd, and now that he's gone, like what is his purpose now? Where is he gonna go from here? And that's something that he still is trying to figure out, and I believe season 2 is probably gonna pick that up, and we're gonna have a time skip and stuff like that. And that's why I'm very interested in season 2, like where his character is gonna go from here, because like I said, throughout the whole entire series, we get to see him basically be on survival mode, just trying to survive. And like I said, his whole purpose was to kill Askeladd, and now that he's gone, his purpose is gone. It's just what's next, like what is the purpose in life, and that's what I believe he's trying to figure out. And that cool last little scene where the knife is dropping, you get to see everything just flash, what Thorfinn had to go through and stuff like that. That scene was just so well done. And overall, bro, season 1 was just fucking phenomenal. And I just love all the subtle hints, like, because I watched it 2 times, and then when I rewatched it, I noticed a little small hints that I didn't notice in the first go around and stuff like that. And one scene that really struck out to me a lot was when Thorfinn, there was like a little mission where him and Aslak went, and Aslak basically sends Thorfinn to go spy on this village or whatever, and then the old lady and the daughter ends up picking him up and rescuing him and just healing his wounds. And then Thorfinn ends up leaving and telling him to leave the village, and then the Vikings come, and you see that old lady just look at Thorfinn, and Thorfinn's like, I thought you left, and she just ends up crying, and Thorfinn's there like, just, I guess, somewhat shocked and emotional in a sense, but at the same time Thorfinn's kind of numb to it now. But he does think back of his family, I guess, back at home, but he ends up going back to what he had to do. And that whole entire scene just really struck out to me, and there's a lot of cool ass moments in the show that really is gonna get you in your feelings and just make you feel really sorry for Thorfinn, what he had to go through, but not just him, but the other characters as well, and just the world that you have to grow up back in the day. And it's a very cool setting and world building, and I really like it. And like I said, I can't wait for season 2. I'm very excited to see how we're gonna go from here. Like I said, I know a lot of cool characters are gonna get a lot of development, and like I said, man, I'm just very excited for it. But regardless, man, that's pretty much my quick thoughts and what I thought about season 1. Like I said, it's a very good series, very complex. Love the characters, love the MC, and I just can't wait, to see what's gonna happen next. And man, yeah, man, it's crazy. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about the series, that y'all like it. Have y'all not watched it? Let me know. I'm saying, always curious about y'all's thoughts. Comment down below what y'all think. I always like reading the comments and stuff like that. Y'all can like the video, it means a lot to me. You want to follow my socials, y'all can. You want to follow my second channel, y'all can. With that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Appreciate all the love and support. Take it easy, take care, and yeah.